What's up, everybody? Brett Mixer Madness here for the Raw rating. I'm going to review the WWE 2k24 game a little bit. I'm going to break down the numbers for Raw, what quarter hours did the best, who did the best, talk a little bit about the Hall of Fame. First, I want to say if you're new to my channel, please hit like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Trying to grow the channel. Currently up to 315 subs, so I really appreciate that, guys. Let's look at the Raw rating. First of all, I've been not nitpicking, but just noticing a pattern about Drew McIntyre. So I wanted to see if Drew McIntyre, his segment would draw big this week, because he did have the first hour to go by. So, and that is the highest rated. Usually, in the last few years, it's the highest rated segment if there's a promo in the opening slot. So with Drew McIntyre there, I was really interested to see. So the hourly breakdowns are like this: Hour 1 did 1,781,000. I'll break down Drew and everything else in a second. Hour 2 did 1,845,000. That's the highest. Hour 3, 1,638,000. So a big drop. 200,000 people dropped off for the Gauntlet main event, which makes sense. I mean, it's a mid-card main event, right? And it's a long match. The casual fans might not be as into it as they would be with main eventers. So an average rating of 1,751,000. So it's a mid 1.7 Raw Drew. That's not great overall, but it is better than last week. Last week did a low 1.6, a low to mid 1.6. This does a mid 1.7. Raw rating did a relatively high in the 18 to 49 demo. It did a 0.56. In the 1849 demo, a 0.56 is pretty good. For reference, last year at this time, they did in the 1849 demo, they did a 0.53. So this year they did a 0.56. Last year they did a 0.53, and the year before that they did a 0.47. So it shows that in the 18 to 49 demo, this Raw rating was better than the last 2 years, last year and the year before it. Also, the overall rating is up again from last week's, which was 1,649,000 to 1,751,000. That's about 100,000 more viewers than this time last year. And they did a low 1,700,000 2 years ago. So the rating and the 18 to 49 demo, just to translate all that, is higher than last year, and it's higher than the year before that. So 0.56 in the 18 to 49 demo. For reference, the day 1 episode where The Rock returned, that did a 0.60 in the 18 to 49 demo. And this in the event where CM Punk returned, I'm naming the highest rated 18 to 49 demo episodes right now in the last year. And the one where Punk returned in November, that was a 0.66. So I'm just giving you guys a little bit of reference for what this 0.56 means. So that 0.56 is pretty close to 0.60. It's pretty close to 0.66. Those were the two highest 18 to 49 demos in the last year. So I'm just pointing out that the 18 to 49 demo number is really good at 0.56, because it's close to those episodes where The Rock returned. It's close to the episode where CM Punk returned. And it's overall better than last year or the year before that. Again, it's interesting because I've been looking at Drew's segments. If they drew higher, no pun intended on the word Drew, it still did its best hour in the second hour during the Cody segment. Cody's segments continue to draw the best for WWE on this road to WrestleMania. He's the one people are watching for. He's the Daniel Bryan in the last few years, and the last CM Punk in the last decade. He's that guy that the fans are tuning in for. Drew's segment did the second highest quarterly hour, so good. That's good news for Drew McIntyre. I mean, usually his segments drop a lot, so he did a pretty high from the get-go rating of 1,781,000. So that's really impressive. But again, Cody took the reins in the second hour with 1,845,000, and then again that Gauntlet got a 1,638,000. So that's the Raw rating this week. Not great when you consider it's WrestleMania season. They don't have Monday Night Football to go up against, but it's still a very solid number. Mid 1.7, that's solid. It's better than last week, and it's better than the last 2 years at this time last year and the year before that. So that means this WrestleMania season obviously isn't doing as bad as some might think. I just want to take a second to congratulate Muhammad Ali entering the celebrity wing of the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2024. And people just got to realize this, because I've been reading the comments and I see things like, what did he do? He appeared at one event. People. If you're talking about how instrumental the WWE is, you have to talk about the success of the first WrestleMania. He added legitimacy to the first ever main event in the first ever Mania. Without him, not nearly as many eyes would have been on the first Mania or the main event. It wouldn't have felt as nearly as important without Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time, in the main event, reffing the matchup with Hulk Hogan. That, with Mr. T and Liberace and all the other people that they had at that event, Cyndi Lauper, it was icing on the cake with Muhammad Ali in the main event. That you would be inducted for that anyway. So the fact that he did that, yeah, why not induct him into the Hall of Fame for his? I mean, Snoop Dogg, Drew Carey, there's a lot of people in there that Snoop Dogg has been in a few appearances, but I'm just talking about importance wise. Drew Carey, you can't tell me he did have Hunter Hearst Helmsley on the Drew Carey show. And he did appear at the Royal Rumble, and I think he even maybe guest hosted a Raw, but there's people in there that you could raise your eyebrow, but Muhammad Ali, no. If you had him and he was an instrumental part of your first WrestleMania, of course he's going to be in the celebrity wing of the Hall of Fame. And he's just a big name. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to not include him. So bravo Muhammad Ali and bravo WWE to recognize him. I think they're rounding out the class really pretty good right now with Wyndham and Rotunda, Bull Nakano, Muhammad Ali, Paul Heyman. I think if they added Bray Wyatt, that'd be great too. Just one man's opinion. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about WWE 2k24. I'm going to say right out the Vince McMahon stuff. I'll only comment on the McMahon stuff if there's something mega important. Every little legal battle, I'm not going to talk about. It just brings a dark cloud around me. I don't need the clickbait material. I would like to talk about it if it was drastic, though. I, like other content creators, definitely care about likes and subs, but I don't want that based on the McMahon content. I want to do it based on the content that I produce, rather than the content I produce about, if it's going to be something as sleazy as that. So, in the WWE 2K24, of course, the graphics are as good as they've ever been. There's notable omissions in the 40 years of WrestleMania mode. Anything from WrestleMania 1, 2, 4, 7, 9, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16 is just not there. So they skipped a large part of the Attitude Era and the Ruthless and Aggression Era. Some notable omissions were Randy Savage versus DiBiase in the tournament, the career match Warrior and Savage at WrestleMania 7, the Ric Flair-Randy Savage match at WrestleMania 8, Bret Yoko either... I can't handle that most. I can't help that Randy Savage is in most of those. He's still got some good exposure on this 40 years WrestleMania, but that's only because Randy Savage played such a huge part of the first 10 WrestleManias. Bret Owen, for reasons we know, Savage Flair, Bret Yoko, both of them. Bret Shawn, Diesel, Taker, Austin HBK, Taker versus Kane. These are matches that didn't make it that should have. Or could have. Austin, Hall, Rock, Hogan, every Benoit match, of course. The Fatal 4-Way from WrestleMania 2000, all the TLC matches. HBK, Shawn, WrestleMania 19. Brock Angle, WrestleMania 19. Hogan, McMahon, WrestleMania 19. Cena, Triple H, Cena, HBK, WrestleMania 22 and 23. Taker, Batista, WrestleMania 23. Taker, Edge, WrestleMania 24. Taker, HBK, WrestleMania 26. All three Undertaker versus Triple H matches. The Hell in a Cell one especially. And more. So those are just some of the notable omissions, but I did like how they elected to choose some choices that weren't as popular, like Roddy Piper and Bret Hart from WrestleMania 8 or Warrior Rude from WrestleMania 5. Those are good, rare IC title matches to select. I liked how they didn't do that because we didn't get those matches at the WrestleMania 30 in 2K14. We didn't 30 years of WrestleMania. We didn't get matches like that, the rare ones. So the only IC title match I believe we got in that whole game was the Savage Steamboat. So it's not just missing things. They did add things. Speaking of adding things, I really like the reverse Irish whip they added. I like that you're able to attack again during entrances. Universe mode and GM mode have more in-depth scouting modes or rivalry points to shoot people up when they win, so they get better power rankings positioning, and the My Rivalry is more extensive, and you have to kind of unlock more cutscenes. I like that. The auto cards are there in the GM mode. I like the matches, especially the gauntlet match they added, the casket match, ambulance match. The gauntlet match has 3 versions of it, so that's really good. And the ability to create matches is still there, which gives us more of a variety with the gauntlet match. So I'm hoping one day for 3 Stages of Hell and a World War III match. I can see why both those matches aren't in the game. They would be really hard to make. where you have 3 gimmick matches in a row for 3 stages of hell, and World War III having 60 men in 2 or 3 rings. I mean, that'd be hard to do. But one day I hope for both those matches if they could find a way. I haven't played My Career, but what I've read, there's 2 really good versions of the My Career. I like how you have to unlock things playing the game. That's always fun. I don't like doing the special perks to unlock everything. It just takes the fun away. Or you have to play universe mode in the game to unlock things, or exhibition. Overall, I give the game 8 out of 10 based on what I've seen from it so far. Lastly, sorry if my Monday Night War videos, I've stick up to date with Nitro and Raw, and I'm in early 1997 right now, but I categorized them and then put them in a spot in my playlist, so whenever you want to relive the Monday Night Wars, you can. I haven't done those in the last few days. I've been pretty busy with life stuff. I want to thank the 315 of you who have subbed to my channel to continue to support me and watch those videos. They're going to come back up soon. I'll catch you next time on those videos on the Monday Night Wars, and also for a SmackDown preview tomorrow night, Thursday night, I'm speaking of, or early Friday morning. Either one of those, I'll preview SmackDown coming up. We have The Rock in Memphis, Tennessee, so it's going to be a good one. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whenever you're watching this. Enjoy that day, and we'll see you next on the SmackDown preview. I just thought I'd talk a little bit about the Raw rating. And if you like Raw ratings, obviously, maybe you'd like the Monday Night Wars. Subscribe to my channel if you do. One last time. And I'm out. We'll see you guys on the next one.